Well, hello, it's me again. I bet you can't hear me. Sorry. So let me put these windows up. I am driving these country roads, and there's something absolutely fantastic, beautiful. Oh boy, it's hot. My air conditioner doesn't work in the car, so it's a little bit warm in here. Anyway, little bit about me. I grew up in these parts right here in Nova Scotia, central Nova Scotia, and when I was a kid, I didn't really appreciate it, and I ended up moving to Ontario when I think I was 18 or maybe 19, I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know what year it was. I think it was around 18 or 19. And I thought, wow, big city, I love it here so much, big city, big city. And over time, I realized that big city was just sucking the energy right out of me. I was angry all the time. I was depressed. I was not a nice person. I wasn't nice, and I didn't know how to be nice. I had no idea. I was people were, I want to say, people acted like they were afraid of me, intimidated by me, but I was really quiet. I just didn't have any, I don't know, I was very unsociable, I guess you could say. Anyway, I just didn't know why I was unhappy. And fast forward 38 years, I moved back to the East Coast in July of 2022, last year. So, oh wow, I wish you could see the sparrows on this telephone wire. There's probably about 300 of them. It's amazing. Anyway, I'll get to that. I come here last year after, I had a little bit of a breakdown, and I'm going to post a link to, well, you'll see, a video that I did. I had quite the experience anyway. Had a little bit of a breakdown and realized, I gotta go. That's all there is to it. I'm going home. So I had all my belongings in my car, and I came here, and the moment, I come here throughout the years, the past, 8 years for holidays, and I drive around, and you know what, it was nice to be home and visiting people and sightseeing and all that stuff, but I knew I had to go back to Ontario, to the big city. And and the one thing I realized was in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and probably I've never driven in Prince Edward Island, but Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Ontario and Quebec, the difference is when you're traveling through those four provinces is Ontario and Quebec, you avoid other cars. In Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, you drive. And you enjoy the scenery because people here are courteous. And in Ontario and Quebec, not so much. And I'm not dissing people. I'm not saying that, there are horrible people that live in those two provinces. But that if you take people individually out of a negative environment, they're pretty amazing. One-on-one, they're pretty amazing. But put them together in that negativity and just perpetual anger and frustration and lack of patience. It's a fast food world that I was living in, and it just wasn't working for me. And so now And I'm back in Nova Scotia. I've been here for an entire year. Not once have I lost my temper. Not once have I felt depressed and just want to drive my car off a cliff, you know? I've not been that way in an entire year, and I'm telling you, just life in the country is so nurturing, it's so healing. This is what home. Everybody should be so lucky to feel this sense of home. And when I see videos, YouTube videos, or BitChute videos, or TikTok, or whatever, people that are just protesting and angry and fighting, and you know, I just look outside and I look at the trees, I look at the sky, I look at the ground, and feel so grateful that I get to experience this life that is so healing, it's so nurturing. Mother Earth, Father Sky, and all these beautiful trees are nurturing, and they're cleansing the negativity and making me feel like I am at home. Technically, yes, I am home. I was born and raised here, but it really now feels like home. I look at the hayfield, and like just today, I was with a friend, and you know, I just stopped at the end of a road, and I said, "Smell that hay! Isn't that amazing?" When you're in this environment your entire life, you have a tendency to kind of forget. It's not that you don't appreciate it, it's just you kind of forget how lucky you are to be in this environment, to be around the smell of hay and looking at the horizon at these beautiful puffy clouds. Oh my gosh, I wish I could show you when I'm driving. These beautiful clouds, and even when there's a storm cloud coming in, it's like, wow, look at that beautiful sky. I had another friend send me a picture of the storm clouds in front of the house, in front of her house, and just along that storm shelf, right above it, was the shape of an angel. And those are the things that you see once you start to appreciate where you are, who you are, and feeling of gratitude for everything. You know, like I'm sure there's a dead porcupine on the road, but you know, and some people get annoyed, you know, because there's a lot of porcupines around here. You get annoyed because they're on the road, or there's deer on the road. And right now, I'm just envisioning the deer staying in the ditches and off the road. So I'm not manifesting that. Not after last fall. But you know, when you see a deer crossing the road, when I see it, you know, sometimes I'll have somebody with me and I'm like, oh, more deer. They get annoyed. But me, I'll stop and say, wow, look at those deer. Aren't they magnificent? Aren't they beautiful? And the porcupine that's been run over 30, 40 times is well, just a picture of what a porcupine will look like. But a sense of gratitude for feeding those birds that come along. So that porcupine is now served its purpose and is now feeding these beautiful birds, whether they're crows or ravens. We have a lot of bald eagles around here, a lot of hawks and osprey, and it's just absolutely fantastic. And so when you start feeling that gratitude for one thing and just enjoy that one thing, and then look at something else and say, wow, look at that. I harvested some potatoes today. I know I harvested a little bit earlier, but once I pulled those potatoes out of the ground, I looked at that soil And I said, wow, look how rich that soil is. And I'm thanking Mother Earth for helping me create this beautiful, rich soil. It's a combination of horse manure and sandy topsoil and some compost. And I'm telling you, it was just pulling those potatoes out of the ground gave me a sense of awe. Like, look what was created with my hands in conjunction with this beautiful Mother Earth we have. I'm feeling grateful for absolutely everything. I am so blessed in my life right now. I don't even know how else to really describe how grateful I am. I can't describe it. I should be watching this feed too. The rain, the sun, the everything. I'm just so blessed in my life. And my wish for you who's listening to this, that your life is equally blessed, if not surpassing how blessed I am and how I feel. And if one person can feel more gratitude than I am right now, that will make me even happier. So, have a blessed day. I'm going to turn this off because I'm coming to a spot. I'm going to pay attention because I know there's a lot of deer here, and Anyway, have a wonderful afternoon. Have a blessed evening, and don't forget August 1st, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. There's that sturgeon moon. I know I said it in my last video, but yeah, if it's not cloudy, get out there and look at that moon.